And then here's something that we've been waiting years and years and years for. I know you guys have seen me using my MPC Live, but this video is about Maschine. Maschine 3.2 is here. It just dropped, and I'm about to tell you guys what's new and also show you what's new on the software behind me. So they added piano roll light guides, which means when you are using something like Contact and there's different key switches and different ways that, different articulations and stuff that are triggered by certain keys on the MIDI keyboard, it'll show up on the control, and now it'll also show up on the screen where the piano roll is showing in the software. So that way you'll be able to see what you're triggering on the piano roll, also match what's on the keyboard. So I'm gonna show you guys that. They also added where the piano roll will have the notes highlighted in the scale. So let's say you just do C minor, you will be able to see C minor highlighted on the scales inside the piano roll of the software. Now to turn it on, you will need to either be in the notes mode on the keyboard or in the keyboard mode on the machine to activate the scales. They've also changed the audio plugin to where it could be per pattern takes versus where if you make a change, it will go across the whole project. Now it will just go per pattern. And then here's something that we've been waiting years and years and years for. It's the ability to export your projects in MP3. Now to some people that may not be a big deal, but for me, I wanted that from the time I first got started with Maschine 10 years ago. Actually, it's been 12 years since I started using Maschine. So I've been wanting that for the longest because I used to try mixing Maschine, but since I couldn't export in MP3, I always just moved over to FL Studio or Logic to mix. So now maybe I'll get back to mixing in Maschine. Maybe I won't, but it's just the ability to be able to get those MP3s and send them via email or through the phone. However, is great, and I'm glad that that is finally here. We have MP3 importing, and we also have now MP3 exporting. That is great. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and get on the computer and show you guys how you can do this stuff in the software, how it works, and yeah, it's just a quick rundown. I'm glad they added some of this stuff because it will make making beats inside the Maschine so much smoother. So I'm excited about it. And also something I left out, I'll show you on there too, which is where when you're on the piano roll, it will show you the notes that you're on. So like if you're editing your notes or if you just want to click in your notes, you'll be able to see which notes you are on. And that is very, very useful. So I'm glad that this is a step in the right direction. Let's go ahead and get started on the computer. So as you guys see, I have a beat up in Maschine. And again, this is Maschine 3.2. And right off the bat, you can already see how everything is showing up here differently. And as you see, while I'm going down the piano roll, it's telling you the notes that I am in. And as you can see, the notes of the scale are highlighted. I'm gonna go to my keys real quick. And as you see, and now I have this activated because I'm inside of Maschine. Currently I'm in G minor, and I'm gonna change this using my Maschine. So I'm gonna go down to F minor. So now I'm in F minor. So you can see right here, this is the root note. Now it's in G, right back where it was. Now it's in A. So everything is highlighted, and if I wanted to make a change, I could just, and I know that that's gonna be in the scale. Put it right there, it's not gonna be in the scale. So let me see what it sounds like if I play it like this. So obviously that's out, so you can go like that. But anything else will work, which is great. So that's very, very helpful at this point. That is something that I wish they implemented years ago, but I'm glad they're doing it now because I love Maschine. I know you guys saw me using my MPC. I have it right here, but this right here, I've honestly wanted to go back to Maschine. I've been busy, moving and stuff like that. So I haven't made beats in a while. So it's good to be back in Maschine, have it all set up, and it has this update. So outside of that, let me see. Let's go to where I have the key switches. So right here, this project was perfect for this. So, if you have a complete control keyboard, you will see that, your different parts of your keyboard controls different things. This is a pattern. So and actually tells you what each one is, and I think that is great. And this is how it's usually broken down on the keyboard. So you have your individual instruments here. So yeah, that's cool. You can go through and make your own patterns like that. And then you can move each one up so you can get it to however you want to do it for that specific pattern. So that is how that is useful in many ways, outside of just knowing your scales and doing that for your melodies and whatnot. You can use them on instruments that have these different parameters across the keyboard. So that is great. This is just one way it could be done, but there's other instruments that you could use that will play a certain way on the lower octaves, which will be marked like this. And you have just to play them regular this way. And the fact that they're labeled is great because it's literally 24K drums. So I didn't go through and label anything. That's just how it is. That's very helpful for anything that you're doing, any project, and you want to work that way, make your edits, see what's inside of the scales and everything. It's perfect. Come up with new patterns. I know some people like to click in. I'm more of a playing on the keyboard or the machine person myself, but you know, it's whatever works for you to get the best results that you're looking for. So that's great. And then outside of that, I mentioned that there's MP3 Export. So if you go here, export audio, and you go right here to type, we now have MP3. So many years later. For me personally, like I said before, I've been using Maschine for well over a decade. And this is something I always wanted just because it's easy just to send MP3s. I know Wave is supposed to be more quality and all of that, but especially back before sending links and stuff, like when I was using just Gmail to email beats and stuff, I used to have to put them into another software to just get it into MP3. So I never really took the time to mix in Maschine due to that alone, but I know I can do it. But yeah, this is a great update. And to be honest, this is probably my favorite update in a while. If I'm really thinking about it, I can't think of another recent update that I felt was as useful as this. There were little things tweaked that were cool too, but this right here is a step in the right direction, especially with the MP3 export, and then just having the light guides and everything sync up across the hardware, which I have over here, and the software. And if I wanted to just make a pattern with this, I could just click here, and then I see that it's going to be over here. So I'm going to move this over, and let me mute this so I don't play anything else. I can sit here and make sure that everything is in scale. And it won't mess up. So that's great for Maschine for sure. I know some other DAWs already have that, Logic, FL Studio. I understand, but it's good that Maschine has it because that's just helping the workflow get better. But yeah, you guys, I appreciate y'all tuning in. Sorry for the lack of videos here recently. Just been busy with life, but more to come, more to come. I appreciate all the support that you guys have given. And I had to get the Maschine back out for this one, and I'm excited to continue to use Maschine. So I'm going back and forth because I miss having all my sounds that I had on the computer. So yeah, y'all, let me know what y'all think in the comments below. This was great, and as I'm starting to use Maschine more, I'm happy about it. Appreciate y'all tuning in out there. You all have a wonderful day. If you need help using Maschine, I have my video course up on teachable.com, and it's entitled How I Use Maschine. I cover everything from how I start a beat to finishing the beat. The link is in the description below, so if you need help with Maschine, go check that out. Hopefully you enjoyed the video.